Hi there. Today we're going to be making the Sabrina bracelet. The Sabrina bracelet comes in two sizes, a very large statement size, like so, and a smaller size for small wrists. As you can see, it's a little small for mine or teenagers or tweens. I'm going to show you a couple different techniques we're going to use to make these. So the first thing that we need is our chopper and our clay, and you chose some colors of clay, and there's a couple basic techniques. We always start with chop it, mix it, roll it, twist it. So I've got my four colors here, and not always the case, but for this bracelet we're going to chop these all up together at the same time. So we're going to chop it, and it's an up and down motion. We're not going to do a really chefy chop or the clay is going to fly all over. So we just keep chopping. What you want is little rice size pieces. We're going to mix it up. We're going to pinch it really well into a mound. Kind of get all those little crumbs. We're going to pinch and pinch. And the clay mix is really crumbly. We want to get this soft. So we're going to pinch and roll. And pinch and roll. And pinch and roll. We really want that soft. So when you push into it, you can feel that it's soft all the way inside. We're going to roll it into a snake, like so. And if your clay starts to break, it's not warm enough, so you can put it back in your hand. Got mine here, like so. We're going to hold one piece with one hand, and twist and twist and twist and twist until we have a really pretty ribbon pattern. I'm going to use this mix for the large size bracelet, and I'm going to chop off a piece a little bit bigger than my container. Now this is one way you can do this. You can kind of scrunch it in, and this will maintain your ribbon pattern. And don't worry about any clay that might stick on other parts of your jewelry. Once it's baked, you can easily just break it off. So I've made a really pretty pattern with the chop it, roll it, mix it, twist it. Now if you want more of a marble pattern, I'm going to take this out. You can take your mix, and this time instead of scrunching it and keeping the ribbon pattern, we're going to roll it back into a ball. So this time what we have is more of a marble pattern. And we're going to put that into. So as you can see, either way, you're going to get a beautiful design. So you're just going to play with it, and then you're going to continue on to your next piece. And just take your time. Remember that the jewelry is like a picture frame. You want to get that in. You can have a little bit higher profile than I have. I've made mine a little flatter, but you want to just make sure that you have it inside the container, the little compartment, at the level that you want. so you can see the border on the outside. So once you do this and you work through all your other colors, and you can just see how nice it is. And again, you can tweak it. You can see what's on the other side. You should have some extra clay, so you could replace any ones that you want. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to buff it. So we're going to take our buffing powder. I'm going to put a little on the table here, and we're going to work this into the top. Now this is how we finish it. We really want to make that really smooth, get all the fingerprints out, and really just keep smoothing that. This is how you finish your stone. This is going to add a little sheen to it, and this is how it's going to get really smooth. And while you're doing that, work it in off the edges a little bit, and there you have it. And just keep working and working, and take your time, because what you see is what you get. When this goes in the bake, it's not going to melt, it's not going to grow, it's not going to even out. So you want to make sure that this is done just how you like it. Okay, so now I'm going to do the smaller one with a different technique. Get rid of my extra colors here. Okay, so now I'm going to do the smaller one with a different technique. Got my pieces of clay, and again, I'm going to chop them all up together. Get my leftover clay here from last time out. I'm going to chop them all up together just like we did before. Okay, so now I have a little crumb mix. We're going to mix these up. Now this is called the inlay technique. And this time we're going to start by just putting little pieces of clay, filling up your compartment. This is making more like a pebbly stone, if you can see. With this technique, you can tweak it a little bit. I want a little more gray over here. And the pattern that you get is going to depend on how big your pieces are. So way down here in the bottom, some little ones. There we go. And there I have a really pretty pebbly. Now this is going to be even flush. That's why it's called the inlay. I'm actually going to rock this a little bit and flatten it out so I have less polishing to do. And then continue on doing the same process with your other pieces until you have them all done. The last thing we're going to do is polish. If we polish this now and moved on to this, we might nick this with a fingernail, and again, any pieces that stick around will come right out. The Actibond is inside the pieces, and that's what makes a permanent bond together. So then, just like before, a little buffing powder, and really, this has a little wax in it, so just want to get it really warm, really push it in there. We're not just coating it over with the finger, getting it really warm. And this works with the clay to smooth it out. Make sure you keep it off the edges, any off, because this is your picture frame and the inside is your art. And that's it. And that's the inlay technique. So no matter which one you choose, have fun. And the most important thing is nothing's permanent till it goes into your oven.